Little Miss Naughty. Alright, okay. Alright. Little Miss Naughty is quite the naughtiest person that I know. Take the other day, for example. She tied Mr. Paul's shoelaces together.
Okay. Listen to Papa.
And she took Mr. Dizzy into the maze and left him there. Oh. And she joined up all the dots in Miss Dottie's house. Look.
No, Papa.
Mhm.
Papa, he's supposed to leave the dots without lines. No
Yes.
dots allowed.
Okay.
No dots allowed.
Right. And she even picked a worm who lives at the bottom of her garden. I think you would have to agree that she is probably the naughtiest person that you know. Alright, that's not nice, no? Being naughty.
She dig the hole and dig the hole like this.
Alright, okay. Let's finish the story, guys. Then one day, little Miss Naughty met Mr. Worry. Now, Mr. Worry is the sort of person who worries about everything. Absolutely everything. Let's have some fun, suggests Miss Naughty after they had introduced themselves. Mr. Worry was worried that if he said no, he might offend Miss Naughty. So he said yes. Yes. Yeah, that's the farm. Okay. But he was still worried that fun somebody called Miss Naughty might get up to.
Hello.
As you have seen, he was right to worry. Because she's very naughty. Miss Naughty led him to Mr. Tickle's house. Let's ring Mr. Tickle's doorbell and run away, she giggled. Oh, I don't know, said Mr. Worry. Mr. Tickle might be in the bath. Even better, she laughed Miss Naughty. Oh, that's not nice, not disturbing them. But then he would be all wet, and he might slip, and he might fall down the stairs, and he might bump his head, and there wouldn't be anybody to call the doctor because we would have run away. Oh no, she might hurt somebody. Up to this point, little Miss Naughty had never worried about anything in her entire life. But now, when she thought about what Mr. Worry had said, ringing Mr. Tickle's doorbell and running away suddenly didn't seem such a good idea after all. Come on, she said. I've got a better idea. They walked over to Mr. Uppite's house. Okay. Why don't we let his tires down? Chuckled little Miss Naughty. Okay. But Mr. Worry looked worried. But what if Mr. Uppity didn't notice that he had flat tires until he got out on the road, and then he might get stuck, and then a fire engine might come along, and it might not be able to get past, and then it couldn't put out the fire, gasped Mr. Worry. Okay. Oh, said Miss Naughty. I hadn't thought of that. She had thought of something else, though, and off they went. But it didn't matter what she thought up, Mr. Worry couldn't think of something to worry about, which then gave little Miss Naughty something to worry about. They didn't push Mr. Bounce off the gate because he might have bounced up into a tree and never be able to go down. They didn't scatter little Miss Scatterbrain's marbles because she might have got upset if they had been lost. Little Miss Naughty was distraught. Distraught is very sad or worried. Okay? All of those wonderful naughty ideas going to waste. And then she had another idea. And she tripped Mr. Worry, who fell flat on his face. Oh, tripping is not nice, right? Okay. What did you do that for? Said Mr. Worry. Wait, okay, let's finish. I might have rolled down the hill, and I might have fallen into the river, and I might have caught a cold, and I might have had to stay in the bed all week. Little Miss Naughty looked at Mr. Worry. But you didn't, she said, and ran off giggling mischievously.
Bless you.
I'm gonna say,
Mm.
Dede.